Salute, everybody. Salute. What a wonderful day in the NBA that we have. We have the underdogs prevailing and winning. I was wrong. I picked the Raptors. I picked the Pelicans. Two of the experienced teams, so to speak, lost. Okay. The Pelicans had all the great pieces to win a game. The Toronto Raptors had all the pieces to win a game. Now let's focus on the Toronto Raptors versus the Chicago Bulls. They were up by double digits, okay? I believe 19 points, if I'm not mistaken. How you blow a lead like that? I tell you how you blow a lead like that. No defense, and you get turnover prone. Now, in order for you to have a lot of turnovers, the other team has to play defense. Defense will always be the number one stable to winning a basketball game, all right? Defense is actually a little bit more important than offense. Do you need offense to win? Yes. But it's more harder to win a basketball game just based off offense alone. But you can win a basketball game just based off defense alone, because even if I score less points and I hold you down to even lesser points, I could still beat you by a less amount of points. Okay? You don't have to score a bunch of points to beat somebody in the basketball game that is timed. Okay? It's not a set number that you're going to. It'd be a different story if you're playing a game to 25, right? Then offense is just as important as defense. It's 50-50. But in NBA basketball, defense is a little bit more important than offense. Okay? Because I could score 20 points, but if I prevent you from scoring 20 and you score about 10, okay, let's just round that off a little bit. I still beat you, even though I didn't have my best offensive game. That's the difference. And that's the reason why the Toronto Raptors lost. Okay, they got careless, turnover prone, they start to choke, and they had no answer for Zach LaVine, who went off on them boys. Damn near scored 39 points on them. Then you had DeMar DeRozan, his daughter screaming in the crowd. He got pumped up. He ripped the dang off like he's Superman. He went to his game. He started attacking the basket because he know that they had no answer for him. No defense. Defense wins games. Once you know somebody ain't playing defense, you could attack them on the offensive end and they have no answer for you. All right? And the number one cause to why you lost is because you didn't play defense. Defense wins championships. Offense wins games. Okay? And this was a game, not an NBA championship. So you needed some offense, and the offense was provided mostly by the Chicago Bulls. That's why they won. Now they're going up against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. Who's going to win that game? Who's going to win that game? If they play the way that they playing, Pat Bev going off, Pat Bev doing his thing, doing the little small things that role players do to help teams win, playing defense and such, Pat Bev always has some small impact on a basketball team to help them win games. Okay? He has that energy. He brings that that bravado. You know, it's hard to explain, but whenever he's on the basketball team, they don't miss playoffs. If you put Pat Beverly on your team, you're going to the postseason. That's just real about it, you know? The curse of Pat Bev is real. And I think the Chicago Bulls are going to beat the Miami Heat because the Miami Heat look like they're a little flustered. They look like they lost. And I don't think they have enough defense or offense to stop the Chicago Bulls right now. I think the Chicago Bulls claim the 8th seed, you know, which is a problem for the number one seed. Ain't the number one seed Milwaukee Bucks? I think it's Milwaukee or the Boston Celtics, if I'm not confused. But if they're facing the Milwaukee Bucks and the Milwaukee Bucks are number one seed, the Chicago Bulls is a little more problematic because they got more perimeter players. The Chicago Bulls will give the Milwaukee Bucks more problems than the Miami Heat. All right? The Miami Heat don't have enough offensive weapons. The Milwaukee Bucks will end up sweeping the Miami Heat. But they play the Chicago Bulls. It could be a gentleman's sweep, or it could go 6 games. The second game was the New Orleans Pelicans. New Orleans. I mean, I hope I said that right because, you know, a lot of people from the NOLA, they say it completely different. They say, "Oh, we could tell you not from, you know, around here because you say it completely different." I'm from New York, so I can't say that word the way they say it, you know, with their little dialect. they down south dialect. But here's the thing: Zion Williams would be greatly missed. Okay, they're gonna have to figure out what they're gonna do with him because the future of that franchise rests on the shoulders of the overweight Zion Williamson. He needs to stay away from McDonald's and get in shape. And I know that sounds a little bit weird because I need to do the same thing. I don't eat McDonald's, but I need to get in shape. We both on the same boat. We have overweight issues. I am overweight. Zion Williamson is overweight. And I can tell you the only way you're going to solve that problem is to hit the gym and do it the hard way. Hard work and dedication. You know, I'm up on it. I'm going to take you got to eat right, take your little diet. And Zion Williamson got to do the same thing I got to do. So if Zion, my message to you, if I could do it and I'm willing to do it, I know damn sure you willing to do it because millions of dollars is on the line for you. But millions of dollars ain't on the line for me, but my health is on the line. I don't want to be sick, you know, and having health issues, you know, and that's what overweight would do to you. You know, huffing and puffing, having a hard time breathing. Yeah, it could cause a lot of health problems in the future for you that you don't want to experience. Strokes, things of that nature, heart attacks. Take care of your body and your body will take care of you. You know, your body is your vessel. So Zion, take care of your body. Now, the Pelicans went back and forth with this young, brassed, cocky, confident basketball team that is the OKC Thunder. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to be an all-star for years to come. And you team him up with Chet Holmgren. He's going to be an all-star to come. I think Chet Holmgren got all the pieces to being an all-star in today's league. I see him being a 20-point scorer per game. You know, with those young pieces they got, and they got a bunch of draft picks, they're going to be a good team for years to come. They can end up making the postseason and still get a top first-round draft pick. That is amazing for that ball club. The OKC is the team of the future. But they're just not the team of now because I don't want to see them that much. I suspect the Nuggets to eliminate this team in the first round in 6 games respectively, right? But the Nuggets should beat this team very easily. I won't be surprised if it's 5 games. With that being said, I think Minnesota is another damaged team. I think they lose 2 in a row. And I don't think they beat the OKC Thunder. I think the Thunder have a little bit better execution than Minnesota. Now, Minnesota do get the star power. They got future player in Anthony Edwards. They got Karl Anthony Towns. Now, Gobert will be able to come back and play. So Anthony Edwards don't have to play defense. He could start traveling and scoring on his own because he did a lot of traveling against the Lakers. So he could could go back to scoring, traveling, and not get calls for it. Okay? Because he traveled a lot. You know, he traveled. I'm looking at the game. Flat out seeing the travel. You shuffling your feet, you're attacking the basket, you're holding on to the ball, taking the A train to the basket, and nobody calls it. They only called travel on him once. And I say, hell, he got away with travel way more than once. But with that said, man, I see OKC beating them. Now, I could be wrong on that because Rudy Gobert owes his team apology. And the only way to apologize to this team is to go out there and win. You know? You punch the teammate. You got to earn the trust of the team back. He better play the defensive game of his life. So, and those boys better come out ready to play. I do think Minnesota would give the Denver Nuggets more problems because they got more offensive weapons to match the Denver Nuggets. But they ultimately lose to the Denver Nuggets too. I think the Denver Nuggets will meet their fate in the second round. They're getting out the first round. You know, they're getting out the first round, as they should. You can't be an MVP of the league and get knocked out in the first round. Unheard of. It's not cool. Anyway, Prince Sports out. And yeah, underdogs prevail. What a great day for the NBA action. I'm out. Peace.